Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, March 21st, 2018 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I am an active conduit of love energy. And today we are in our final day before Mercury goes retrograde. Of course, we've been in the shadow for a little bit of time, and I often say that the shadow can be a little bit more intense. It's the first rollover of the lessons. And so that's what I think. When we have that in the shadow, it's like, okay, you're getting the first level of the lessons that you're going to have to work on in and through retrograde time. So that being said, let's dig into the astro energy leading us into this retrograde. What I think is interesting is that the moon will be shifting into Gemini late tonight, like 10:30 p.m. Pacific time. But that moon into Gemini is bringing in Mercury retrograde. And it's interesting because Mercury rules the sign of Gemini. So our mind is going to be very active even as we begin this retrograde process. Now, what I want to remind you of is the energy mantra. I am an active conduit of love energy. And what came through as I was sitting there, writing the that quote or that energy mantra was a quote, "Do all things with great love." Let that be part of your guiding light in and through today and in and through this Mercury retrograde energy. A big part of remembering who we are, tuning into that divine I am energy, is remembering the source of what we all came from. And I do believe that source is divine love. So if you do all things with great love, if you tune into that love essence within you, even if you're still moving through the veils of everything else in your life, you'll be moving in a very positive direction and you'll really be serving and helping yourself. Do all things with great love because you are an active conduit of love energy. So before the moon shifts into Gemini, we have the moon finishing up in Taurus. Moon in Taurus making several connections. I think the most interesting connection is the moon trine Pluto, but it's not that makes me feel very interested in this connection. It is the Lilith conjunct Pluto energy. So we had Lilith working on Saturn for a while. Now Lilith has moved over to Pluto, and Lilith and Pluto is a dynamic connection. I have Lilith conjunct Pluto in my chart, and that can bring, to some extent, a little more of a Kali Ma energy to the Lilith energy. I always say Lilith, she doesn't have time she doesn't really have time to fight. She doesn't have time to worry about other people's stuff. Lilith is so committed to her soul that I always say Lilith is like, you can go your own way. When Pluto comes in, though, there is that element of transformation that goes on. Now, I want to remind you, all of this stuff is going on outside of ourselves, but the most powerful transformation we can do is the work that we do on ourselves. So as Lilith connects with Pluto, this is a beautiful opportunity for some level of rebirth within yourself, within your life, to recommit to that I can go my own way. I'm going to be true to my own soul. I'm going to do all things with great love, with these things that I connect with love. Now, where I was saying that it might be Kali is that there may be some slashing, some cuts, some release that you have to do in your life in order to truly honor yourself. So as Lilith works this Pluto energy, realize you will be expanding. This is 21 degrees. You will be expanding through releasing all that does not serve you. The moon in Taurus in this interaction reminds us of our worth. You are worth living a life of love. You are worth living a life that allows you to do all the things with great love. Now, I'm not saying if you hate your job to be like, I quit and I'm done. No, rather, if it's not what you love, that's an opportunity that's calling you to make some shifts. But how can you show up at your job and bring love to that place? That's where the transformation happens. That's where you're looking inside yourself and not looking outside yourself to make these shifts. That is where the power is. That's about Lilith going her own way. She's like, this is how I want to feel. This is how I'm going to work it. I'm going to change the structure of myself instead. And you will see doors will open. Doors will fly open for you when you honor yourself on that level. Speaking of power and honoring yourself on that level, the moon in Taurus is also going to connect to Jupiter. Jupiter has now retrograded back to 22 degrees, so master level energy of the Scorpio. Transformation energy going on, and Jupiter's bringing that expansion. So here we have that same kind of component, and there we have the moon in Taurus, again, bringing the worth component. So any shadows that come up as you commit to doing all things with great love, this is an opportunity to know your worth and shift off those layers that are holding you back from knowing your worth and doing all things with great love. Where was I going to go with that? There was one more thing that was going to come out and it just ran away. Oh, yeah. This all corresponds with what I mentioned yesterday in the Aries scope. The fact that we do have strong Pisces energy with Chiron finishing up at those final degrees. Even though we're in Aries and we're wanting to like leap forward, drive forward, move forward, I do feel this time of Aries is going to be tempered between this Mercury retrograde and that strong Pisces energy. So let your activity, let your action be around the shedding and the transformation and the release of these karmic energies, because now is the time. All right, let's dig into the cards. I have creator and creativity. Remember your divine yin and yang. Sometimes Aries energy can get so caught up in the yang energy that it's just and jump and act and jump and act. Remember to listen to your Lilith. Listen to your Shakti energy, the primal intuition, the primal passionate intuition that is rising from you as you are creating. And what are you creating? Your own personal wholeness. Look at these combinations. Beautiful. But I do have playfulness and friendliness in reverse. So as we peel through these layers, as we move through, I don't know, some of the karmic layers, the karmic muck, some of these veils, it may seem a little bit of like this. My feeling is that part of your divine creativity and your maturity is remembering the friendliness of the universe and tuning into your divine spirit of play. Bring these into your life. These upside down to me is a sign that you're not focusing as much on them as is needed right now to help you do all things with great love. To help you do all things with great love, remember this is a friendly universe and you are here to play. You are here to enjoy, not just be in your purpose and do all the things. You are here to be in joy. All right, so the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle for today, it is card 1. And it is above you, the Lantern Dancer. There are times when we feel like nothing seems to be flowing. We encounter obstacles, closed doors. We wait for another door to open, but nothing seems to be happening. You may begin to doubt yourselves and whether your dream is even possible. The Oracle of above you, the Lantern Dancer brings you a message. Things are not as they seem right now. You may think you have a whole picture in mind, but there are other factors at play you cannot see clearly yet. Let go of your fixed opinions and worries. Trust in the power of the divine to work things out in the best possible way. You don't have to work out the solution yourself. You just need to trust your inner guidance and allow yourself to be led. The path you are taking needs to twist and turn a little before the success can come. There are certain elements that need to be integrated, certain people that need to be involved. Trust in this. It will happen as a natural coinciding of people, opportunities, and events according to a divine plan. It is all working out. Trust in that and let the peace come to your body, mind, and soul. In a reading, it says, there is more to the situation than meets the eye. Ask the divine to show you what you need to know. Practical solutions can and will come, but first you need to step back and gain some higher perspective on the situation for the best results. All right. So that is it for today. Book a reading if you want to dive deeper into your personal chart. There are also readings by Joseph still available on the site, still at $15. I know he is going to be raising his prices soon. The readings are awesome. He's getting really great feedback, so you can always do that. Besides that, there is enough love in the world for you, and the better it gets, the better it gets. Namaste.